Okay, so we're going to write an equation, and remember that slope is the rate of change. It's indicated by per, each, every. Y-intercept is the starting or initial amount. Okay, the Eagle War Wagon sells stadium seats and shirts. The wagon makes a 15 profit on the sale of each stadium seat. So each is times, so you have 15 times S, so 15S. And, so that's your plus, you have 4 on the, of each t-shirt, so times T, so 4T. The wagon wants to make a profit of at least 500. So look at the top, I put each of the inequalities with the phrases that go with them. At least is the greater than or equal to 500, okay, and that would be your inequality. Number 2, so you have the inequality 10 less than. Now, if it says is less than, that's when you do the inequality. But if there's not a is, it's a minus, okay? So 10 less than, remember you've got to switch the order. So instead of saying 10 minus, put the minus in front of the 10. So 10 less than, and then you have 4 times a number, so that's 4n. Is no more than. So see that is, that means this is an inequality. No more than, look up at the top, that's less than, oops, that is less than or equal to. So less than or equal to 24. Now, we have to just write the inequality and that was it. On number 3, a gym has a one-time fee of 25. So one time, that just means you put 25. There's not a variable. So if it says one time, there's no variable behind that. So 25, and then it says and, so that's your plus. You have a monthly fee of $14.95. Now month, that's like saying per month or for each month. So that's going to be your times. So $14.95 times n. Okay. If Sarah has 300 to join the gym, how many months can she work out? So 300 is the most she has. So that means she cannot go any more than that. So that's like saying at the most she has 300. So that has to be less than or equal to 300. Now we're going to solve that. So take your 25 and bring it over. So that's minus 25. So you got 14.95m is less than or equal to 275. And the opposite of multiplying by 14.95 is to divide by 14.95. And I'm dividing by a positive, so I do not flip by inequality. So m is less than or equal to 18.3946. Now, M stands for months. Now, when you pay for a monthly membership or a monthly fee, you either pay for each month, but you can't do like half a month. So it can either be 18 or 19 months, okay? So what I would suggest doing is plugging those in to the original equation. So we're going to try plugging 18 in for M in that equation, and we're going to see if that's true. Okay, so on a brand new document, so just go to a calculator page, and we're going to type in 25 plus 14.95, and instead of M, we're going to put parentheses, and we're going to use 18. Close parentheses. Now to pull up that inequality, do Control equal, and I want the less than or equal to. Okay, less than or equal to 300. Now, when I said that, that says true. Okay, so 18 is true. Now we're going to try 19. So you do not have to retype everything. All you have to do is up arrow and then hit enter, and I'm going to arrow over, and then 8 I'm going to change to 9 to make that 19. I hit enter. See, that's false. So that one is false. So it would be 18 months. So she could work out for 18 months on $300. Okay, she can't go over that. Number 4, the Basketball Booster Club is selling shirts and sweatshirts to raise money for basketball program. Now notice these both start with S, so I'm going to use S for shirts, I'm going to use W for sweatshirts. The club has to pay $5.75 to pick up the clothing from the screen printers, okay? So in order to get it, they have to pay $5.75. So they need $5.75 or more, because whatever they have over that, they're gonna get to keep. But if they don't have that much money, then they're gonna go in the hole, all right? So they need $5.75 or more, all right? So let's keep going. Each shirt costs $12, so there's your each, so 12 times S. So 12S, and, so there's your plus, each sweatshirt, remember we're using W, costs 25. Okay, so I have 25W. Now that has to be, we said 25 or more, so that has to be greater than or equal to that $5.75. Because I can pay $5.75 and I'll break even, but if I have more, then I'll have money left over. That'd be good, okay? Now let's keep going. If 15 sweatshirts, so the W is going to be replaced with 15. So this is 25 times 15, okay? 15 goes in place of the W. So 12S plus 25 times 15 is greater than or equal to $5.75. How many shirts need to be sold in order to have enough money to pick up the shirts? So I want to know how many more shirts I need to order. Okay, so we're going to solve that. So I'm going to do 25 times 15 first. So 12S plus 375 is greater than or equal to 575. And now you bring over the 375, so minus 375, it goes away. 12S is greater than or equal to 200. The opposite of multiplying is to divide. So you divide by 12. So S is greater than or equal to 16.6. Now, you cannot get 16.6 shirts. So you either need to get 16 shirts or you need to get 17 shirts. So one or the other, but you can't get 16.6. So we're going to try it. We're going to see which one works. So we're going to try 16 in for S, and we're going to see if that's true or not. Okay, so you've got 12, and then you've got parentheses 16, close parentheses, plus 25, parentheses. We sold 15 of the sweatshirts, and then we said control equal, that needs to be greater than or equal to 575, and then enter. That is false. So if I get 16, I will not have enough money. So 16 won't work, so let's try 17. So hit the up arrow button, hit enter, scroll over, and I'm going to change the 16 to a 17, hit enter. Oh, you know what? I hit 22 instead of 25. So I'm going to go back. I noticed both of those were false. Oops, sorry about that. So I'm going to up arrow, and I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to arrow over, and I need to change that to a 25. Sorry about that. That one is true, and just to show you, on the 16, I need to arrow over and change that to a 25. Sorry, I did not catch that earlier, and that one was false. So that one, I forgot the 25, I put 22. But the 17 was true. So I needed 17 shirts. Because the S had to be greater than or equal to 16.6. So some of you know, some of you don't. It's hard to tell on the greater than or equal to. So I wanted to show you that you can check it. So you needed 17 shirts. So you need to sell 17 shirts or more to have enough money. Okay, so anything over that will be a bonus for you. And then on number 5, we're going to solve. So remember, you're going to do your parentheses first. So 3 times 2 is 6x. 3 times negative 4 is a negative 12. And then you're going to bring everything else down. Plus 6 greater than 3 plus 2x minus 15. I'm going to separate that. All right, now on the left side, I'm going to put together negative 6 plus 12. So that's 6x minus 6 is greater than. On the right side, 3 minus 15. So that's going to be 2x minus 12. 3 minus 15 is negative 12. Now I want to move my x's to the left. So 2x becomes a negative 2x. and the -6 becomes a +6. So you have 4x is greater than -6. And the opposite of multiplying by 4 is to divide by 4. So x is greater than -3/2, which is -1.5. And if it's not a situation, you can leave it as a decimal. Sometimes you can leave it as a fraction. But if it's situational, then you need to make sure you can tell if you leave it as a whole number or a decimal. All right, so I want the x's to come over, so -7x, and then -12 becomes a +12. So 3 minus 7 is -4x is greater than or equal to 20. The opposite of multiplying by -4 is to divide by -4. And when you divide by negative, remember you got to flip the inequality. So x is less than or equal to -5. On number 7, Stephanie has $800 in savings, okay? So this is what she has, is $800. She has gifts on layaway at Walmart. Each week, so this is times day, each week she withdraws 75. So the 75 is each week, so 75W, and pays for the gift. Now, how many weeks can she withdraw money? Okay, she can do that until she spends the 800. Can she go over 800? No. So it needs to, she can spend 800 or less, but she cannot go over. She doesn't have more than $800. So it has to be less than or equal to. She can spend all $800, but she can't go over. So the opposite of multiplying by 75 is to divide by 75. So W is less than or equal to 10.6. Now, on weeks, you know, it depends on the situation, but sometimes they'll let it go down to days. And so like 10 weeks and, you know, 6/10. How many days is that? So a lot of times they want to do, they may ask for 10 or 11 weeks. Okay, 10 or 11 weeks. So let's plug it in and see which one works. We want to see which one. It's less than, so it should be the 10, but let's make sure. Okay, so you're going to do 75, parentheses 10, and then control equal. Oh, and I did 11. Okay, so we'll know this is 11. And that has to be less than or equal to the 800. Okay, hit enter. So the 11 was false. And that's what we said. 11 did not work. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to change that to 10. So up arrow, and then enter. And now I'm just going to arrow over and change the 11 to a 10 and hit enter. And that's true. So it was 10 weeks. Okay. The choir is taking a trip to Six Flags. The directors have a transportation budget of $2,000. That means that's the most they can spend. They can't go over that. The transportation requires $250 for each bus, so that's $250 times B plus, and then you have $2.75 for every mile. So that's going to be $2.75 for each mile. Okay. If the band needs 3 buses, so 3 buses, that's going to go in right here. So $250 times 3 plus $2.75, and then all that has to be less than or equal to $2,000. So let's solve that. Well, $250 times 3, that would be $750 plus $2.75. M is less than or equal to $2,000. The opposite of adding $750 is to subtract $750. So 2.75 miles has to be less than or equal to 1,250. The opposite of multiplying by 2.75 is to divide. So M has to be less than or equal to 454.54 miles. Now, miles, you can go 5/10 of a mile. So you're going to leave that answer as a decimal.